Hey there! Welcome back to my channel. Do you know what inflammation is? It's a word we hear all the time in relation to health conditions like arthritis, asthma, and even cancer. But what exactly is inflammation? How does it relate to disease? And what can we do to keep it in check? In this video, we'll explore the power of an ancient herb called Boswellia serrata to naturally and safely fight inflammation. Boswellia has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine, and modern research is now proving its incredible healing abilities. By the end of this video, you'll understand what Boswellia is, how it works in the body, the science behind its benefits, and how you can use it yourself to soothe joint pain, gut issues, breathing problems, and more. So what is Boswellia? Well, it comes from the gummy resin of the Boswellia serrata tree, also known as the Indian frankincense tree. This tree grows in the dry mountainous regions of India, northern Africa, and the Middle East. The gummy resin from Boswellia trees has long been prepared as incense and medicine. In fact, ancient texts describe its use as far back as 1000 BC. Today, Boswellia resin is still tapped from the bark of these trees and dried to make potent medicinal extracts. The key active ingredients are boswellic acids, which give the herb its anti-inflammatory properties. Now let's talk about what inflammation is exactly and why controlling it is so crucial for good health. Inflammation is your body's natural defense mechanism against injury or invading microbes. It's the redness, swelling, heat, and pain that you see around a cut or infection as blood vessels dilate and white blood cells rush to the scene. Acute or short-term inflammation like this helps protect and heal the body. However, trouble arises when inflammation becomes chronic or excessive. Diseases like asthma, arthritis, Crohn's, and even cancer all involve chronic inflammation, flaring up and damaging tissues. And this is where Boswellia comes in. Its powerful boswellic acids help switch off the inflammatory process. Research shows Boswellia accomplishes this in a few key ways. First, it blocks an enzyme called 5-LOX, which plays a big role in producing chemicals called leukotrienes that promote inflammation. Stopping 5-LOX disrupts this inflammatory pathway. In fact, this is the same anti-inflammatory mechanism as common medications like ibuprofen and aspirin. Second, Boswellia prevents the release of pro-inflammatory compounds called cytokines from white blood cells. Less cytokines means less inflammation. And third, Boswellia appears to reduce the production of inflammatory messenger proteins associated with conditions like Crohn's and arthritis. The result of Boswellia's multi-pronged anti-inflammatory action is less swelling, stiffness, and pain. This has made Boswellia extracts popular natural supplements for conditions involving chronic inflammation and immune dysfunction. In particular, research shows Boswellia is highly effective for joint conditions like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and tendinitis. For example, in one clinical study of people with osteoarthritis, 70% of those taking Boswellia resin extract experienced reduced knee pain and improved mobility and flexibility, compared to just 32% in the placebo group. Another review of clinical trials confirmed Boswellia's significant pain-killing effects in osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. And the best part is, it works as well as NSAID pain relievers like ibuprofen, but without the GI side effects. Research also demonstrates Boswellia is effective for tendon pain and injury recovery. In one study, applying a topical Boswellia extract reduced pain and swelling in patients with tennis elbow and restored grip strength and range of motion. Beyond joints and tendons, Boswellia also helps with gut inflammation and breathing issues. Studies show it reduces symptoms and improves gut healing in inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's and colitis. It also reduces asthma symptoms and breathing difficulty by relaxing bronchial restriction and easing lung inflammation. Using Boswellia didn't just reduce the frequency of asthma attacks in one study group, it allowed 71% of patients to completely stop other asthma medications. When it comes to dosing Boswellia, extracts containing 60 to 65% boswellic acids provide the best medicinal value. For osteoarthritis, the clinical studies finding benefits use doses between 100 to 250 milligrams once or twice daily. Products standardized to contain 30 to 40% boswellic acids are also effective, but may require higher doses around 500 to 600 milligrams. The resin itself can also be taken in larger doses around 1200 to 2400 milligrams per day. But the extracts are preferred since they provide higher concentrations of the active boswellic acids. One important point regarding safety: Boswellia appears to have few side effects, however it may increase the effects of blood thinning and sedative medications. It's best to check with your doctor before using Boswellia if you take any prescription medicines or are pregnant or breastfeeding. Now, one truly remarkable effect of Boswellia receiving a lot of scientific interest is its potential anti-cancer benefits. Emerging cell and animal research reveals Boswellia may prevent tumor formation and stop cancer growth through several mechanisms. For starters, Boswellia can reduce something called vascular endothelial growth factor, or VEGF, which tumors release to generate new blood vessels to feed themselves. By lowering VEGF, Boswellia can inhibit this blood vessel formation, essentially starving tumors of nutrients and oxygen. Boswellia also directly induces programmed cell death in colon, prostate, and blood cancer cells in particular. The wide variety of cancers Boswellia affects makes it a promising anti-cancer herbal therapy. This anti-tumor action of Boswellia, along with its anti-inflammatory benefits, make it a very exciting area of natural medicine research. In fact, human studies already show Boswellia is safe and tolerable for glioblastoma patients receiving radiation therapy. It reduced brain swelling caused by the radiation, allowing for higher and more effective doses to better target the tumors. Combining Boswellia with standard cancer care may significantly boost outcomes for patients. That brings us to the end of our exploration of Boswellia, one of nature's most powerful healers. From treating chronic inflammatory conditions to potentially fighting cancer growth, Boswellia serrata is a traditional medicine backed by an abundance of scientific research. I hope this video has opened your eyes to the true power of plants to reduce inflammation, ease pain, and boost our well-being. Boswellia is just one of many traditional herbs being proven effective by science. Be sure to check out my other videos highlighting healing remedies like turmeric, ginger, and more. And don't forget to hit subscribe to stay up to date on the cutting edge of herbal medicine and natural health.